We spent 3 weeks traveling in a motorhome with our small children. Apparently, we are brave. This is what everybody said when we came back. Did anybody say anything of this kind beforehand? No, no, not at all. Everybody said, "Oh, you're gonna love it. Oh, you're gonna have so much fun. You will have so many memories." Did we have fun? Did I love it? Let's see. I have a Dutch friend, and she told me once, I was like jokingly, but there is something to it, because Dutch people, they are the parents of camping and motorhomes and trailers and stuff like that. So she said, you should make your holidays shitty, so then you have the whole year to appreciate your home and good life. So I think that she is on to something, and I've been thinking about that a lot. I like my family, I love my family dearly, but I also like my space. Uh, so traveling in a motorhome was really challenging in that way. So yeah, lack of personal space, it's hard. The lack of like proper personal hygiene, or the all the that is a bit limited. You have a shower there, but it's really tiny, and you have 100 liters of tank with water where it's gone quite quickly, and then you have to also get rid of the water. So that's the advantage. You kind of learn to appreciate your resources. So that's a good thing also for the kids. It's like, you don't waste water, because you will need a new one, and also you need to think how to get rid of it. So this is a very good experience. And for the toilet, there is a toilet where well, I refused, or no, I mean, we didn't have really any reason to go to it, because we were in a camping, so that was all right. But uh, later on, when we did use it, it might be very, very uncomfortable. Knowing, sleeping and knowing that, like, very close to you there is a box full of shit. I mean, I don't know. I'm a bit too much of a princess, I guess, but no, thank you. So this is a downside for me. And like, yeah, little space, plus the car is huge, so you cannot really go for a city trip. You have to take all this into account and plan it. And yeah. So anyway, each of the countries we visited has a symbol in my head, of an animal. So in Austria, it was the horseflies. Motherfuckers. I mean, they were not everywhere, but every time you went anywhere near a river, they were all on you, but really, like, attacking. It was not nice. And also at the pool, we had some. Anyway, then we arrived to Italy, near Ravenna, and apparently, obviously, everybody knows that, but I didn't. Everybody said, yeah, yeah, yeah. Afterwards, when we said, yeah, we were in Ravenna, and there were loads of mosquitoes. Apparently, the area is famous for that. The mosquitoes, they were really a killer. It was really hot, and the air conditioning in our motorhome was a bit not very reliable. As yeah, it was hot, and we were kind of getting fed up. Which all the details about this you will see in the midterm review, because there I was very passionate about about our stay in Italy. So go and see it. Totem animal for Italy, of course, obviously, is the mosquito. And in Switzerland, besides Switzerland being a paradise, we were living at a farm, so we were parked next to a stable. So we had the normal house flies quite a lot, but this was just our particular case, and this was very, very manageable. So Switzerland was beautiful, beautiful, but at that farm we didn't have any opportunity to use a toilet or shower or anything. So we really had to use the resources of our motorhome. So that was really, really tight there. It was the shower and the water and all this. So it was beginning to be really a little bit too much. Another thing about motorhome is it's not really holidays for me because you have to maintain and keep it clean and do the laundry, do the dishes, and all this, which is, I mean, in a way, it's nice and bonding experience with the kids. It was nice to go with my children to wash the dishes, and we cooperated. We don't do that at home. We have a dishwasher, so it was nice, but yeah, it's not like that you are free of all your daily tasks that you do at home. So that's one thing good to know. I mean, it's obvious, but it's worth mentioning. Also, after you come home, depends if you like to look like this after your holidays. Well, that was me after cleaning the whole motorhome before returning it back. But it was like oddly satisfying, as they like to say today, for clicks. It was oddly satisfying because it felt like, a closure. It was like I cleaned it, it was good, brand new, as good as new, and it felt good. And also, I unpacked more quickly than I usually do. So I don't know why I didn't process it enough to understand, but it was not so bad. But yeah, it's work, also a lot of work, and then you need another couple of days for holidays to recover. So one last thing I wanted to comment on was, yeah, there are people everywhere. I mean, in the campings there are people, and well, I also talked about this in the midterm review. I just wanted to mention one particular encounter that got me upset. It was in Austria, sadly, which I think otherwise is like a great place. Always, we go there also in winter, and I love the Austrian approach and hospitality. Nevertheless, we were in a camping, and then because we had it booked for 2 nights, and then we prolonged for 1 night, so the cards for access to the showers and toilets, the original cards stopped working before we got new ones from the reception. And my son, 9 years old, okay, a child, needed to go to the loo, and his card didn't work. And so he asked a man to let him in, like a fellow camper, and the guy refused to let the child to the toilet. What kind of sociopath does this? And what was this, reasoning behind that? What was my son going to do there? Like, steal toilet paper? You cannot use, by the way, a regular toilet paper in your motorhome, or you can, but you have to throw it in a bin. So, I mean, I know that in some cultures they do it, and however open-minded I am, I don't think I will ever find it in my heart to find this acceptable for myself. I mean, I'm not used to this, and I don't like it, and I'm used to flushing the toilet paper in the toilet. So this is not what I want to do. So I didn't send my child to steal toilet paper, I swear. So, okay, I will give the guy the benefit of the doubt that he had a bad day, or maybe it was a misunderstanding. But if you're hearing this and you did this, please think about yourself and go to therapy. So people, yes, sometimes it's hard, but yeah, again, there is a positive side that the children learn to interact. All in all, I don't think I will go again anytime soon with the camping home. Also, it was kind of expensive, I must say. We paid still quite kind of a lot of money for the rental, and then also, of course, we still paid the camping and stuff like that. Of course, it's cheaper to pay for a pitch in camping, but than a hotel. But um, if you count it all together, I don't think it was cheaper than renting, a hotel or Airbnb in all the places that we were. So my conclusion would be to go to Switzerland. It was my favorite place. So I don't quite see the charm of it. I guess. I mean, I can imagine it can be really cool in places where you are free to camp anywhere, which I believe maybe in the States it's a bit more free, but in Europe you cannot really park wherever you want. So, and I think, yeah, I think with experience maybe you find good places and stuff like that. But what I think is very very good, and when I take from camping is or camping with a motorhome, you really appreciate all the things that you have normally and that you take for granted, such as running water and toilet. And if you ask me, I think running water in a house and flushing toilet, water closet are the best inventions of humankind. And I thought that already before going camping, so maybe I didn't need this experience, but okay. And also the kids learn to appreciate stuff that they take absolutely for granted, so that's a good thing. And I mean, it was a very good experience for the family, so that's I don't regret it, absolutely not. It's also a way to learn to experience stuff. Also, I said in my little rant before we left, when I was packing, that traveling is overrated. I rest my case, kind of, because I like to be at home still. Is traveling overrated? Well, I mean, sometimes it is, because I think some people travel to kind of run away from themselves, and this doesn't work. However, traveling is a very important thing. I was born in a place where we were not allowed to travel. At that time, Czechoslovakia, and it was terrible. And I don't like to think about it, that my parents had to live the whole life in a place like that, like they were not allowed to leave the country. And people who attempted to leave the country were killed, or if they were lucky and they left and were then provided asylum elsewhere, they couldn't come back. So they never then met their families in some cases. So this is terrible. And of course, we are very lucky now for all we who can travel. So that's a privilege. So I'm aware of this. And it's very important. I find it very important for young people and children to travel and see other cultures, other world, and see, differences are just differences. Like that, if somebody is different and does different things, we shouldn't say it's weird or strange, or consider that they are less than us because they do things differently. It's just different, and that's all. And if you show this to little kids, then and they grow up like knowing this is the best thing you can do for them, to accept other cultures, to accept others just as different and not as enemies. So travel if you can, of course, and make your children travel, show them the world. It's a good thing. I also concluded, like, if you go and see the world, you can either see, oh, it's better than where I am and I can move, or it will make you appreciate your own home more, and you will be sure that this is where you belong. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. Let me know what you thought, or if you have any questions about the whole travel, because it was an experience. So thanks very much. Like and follow, because it helps out the channel, and spread the word. If I mean, of course, if you think it's interesting. And let me know what what would you like to hear about more, and I can make an extra video about that. So thank you, have a great day, and enjoy your home, because it's the best. Bye bye.